What if AI could perceive, think, act autonomously, all without you lifting a finger? This could completely change everything we ever knew about the world. That's exactly what CodecFlow is aiming to do. It will allow us to give basic prompts or no prompts at all, and the VLA operator will sort out the rest. Planning and buying a vacation or cleaning the house, we translate the complexities of blockchain and cryptocurrency into plain English. Welcome to Deciphering Crypto. I'm Shay, and today we're breaking down CodecFlow, the AI meets crypto project turning heads for its wild ambition and real-world use cases. Imagine giving AI a basic computer task like rent a bounce house for my daughter's birthday, and it completes the task and the bounce house shows up. Even if you change the date on your calendar, it will reschedule the bounce house with no prompting. Tell the Roomba to clean up the spill. It will find the spill, complete the task. The next step is knowing when the spill happens and take care of it before you even knew that there was a spill. Let's check out the 3 features of the CodecFlow protocol. Now you've heard me mention VLA and operators. What does this mean? VLA stands for Vision Language Action, and it powers operators. Let's talk about how they work. CodecFlow's operators don't just respond like text, like with ChatGPT. These are fully interactive AI operators, and they follow a simple but powerful cycle. See, think, do. Here's how it breaks down. The vision, or the eyes, first the agent operator evaluates what's on the screen, like a live screenshot, or a video, or an app window, or a sensor. It reads the text, detects buttons, menus, spatial awareness, basically recognizing everything a human would notice in its environment. Then it goes to language. Next, it thinks about what to do using the visual input and any instructions or goals you gave it. The AI decides the best move. For example, if it sees a pop-up window, do you want to continue? It understands the context and figures out, okay, yes, I need to click yes. Then comes the action. The agent can move the mouse, type, click, scroll, just like a human would. This is the full loop. See, think, act. Repeats continuously. It's not just reacting once, it's navigating through apps, solving problems, handling multi-step workflows, no hard-coded scripts needed. And what really makes it powerful is the adaptability. If something changes, like a button moves or a label gets renamed, a VLA operator can notice the difference, adjust the plan, and just keep going. That's thanks to its blend of OCR, which is optical character recognition like vision, semantic reasoning, and real-world input control. Way more flexible than traditional RPA, which is robotic process automation bots, which tend to break if a user interface changes, even slightly. That's the difference between a copilot and a full-on operator. All right, number 2 feature is Windows, Mac OS, or Linux. CodecFlow supports all 3. It also speaks multiple coding languages through clean SDKs, Python, TypeScript, and more, like multilingual, cross-platform assistant, fluent everywhere. Third feature is Operator Marketplace. Builders publish their operators, earn usage fees or licensing revenue when others deploy them. This creates direct monetization for automation innovations. All right, here's what's coming. Public demo. It was expected in Q2 2025 or last quarter. You'll soon be able to test an AI agent directly in your browser. Maybe this has been delayed for a couple of months. Second thing coming up is gaming use cases. Partnership with Elixir Games to explore AI-powered gaming agents. Who knows? Better user experience. Expect a graphical user interface or even a Virtual Studio Code plugin to make AI agents easier to launch. CodecFlow says they are not just building for devs, it's building for creators, gamers, and curious minds also. Let's talk about the user experience overview. Right now, CodecFlow is for the developer. It's not for beginners. You need to interact through their SDK and run some code. It looks like setup is pretty straightforward. Install via PIP or NPM and launch an agent with a few lines. The future, maybe a drag and drop dashboard, maybe even launching agents directly from your integrated development environment. It's not quite there yet, but if the public demo lands, this could become plug and play for everyone. All right, Kodic token utility is up for any guesses, really. The white paper mentioned operator marketplace and rewards for GPU and CPU usage. These guys are software engineers. It seems like the team is small, but they really lack skills as far as for business and marketing, and so they're getting done what they can. So how does CodecFlow make money? And really, these are just wild guesses, but there should be quite a few options. Software is a subscription model, pay as you go for compute time or subscribe monthly, enterprise partnerships, AI bots for fintechs or gaming companies, marketplace and transaction fees. Users might one day trade AI skills or operators, and CodecFlow could take a cut. But long-term sustainability will hinge on developer and enterprise adoption. Security. Trusted execution environments act like a vault for AI processes. Key repositories are all open source, so you can get on GitHub, take a look at it. Conductor and Fabric are live on GitHub. Human-in-the-loop controls. For potentially dangerous actions, the system requires human approval before execution, which just having that in there really just kind of scared the shit out of me. But there is no official smart contract audit yet that I could find, so it is still very early. While it is still early, CodecFlow is building in the open and emphasizing safe execution. CodecFlow's community is small and growing. X is active with updates and tech chats and about 1,500 followers. They've hosted Twitter Spaces. They have some docs. The tone is friendly. If you're curious but unsure, jump in, ask questions. It's a friendly corner of the internet exploring cutting edge tech. The team is not fully doxed. The lead dev is Moyai. Says he has 15 years of dev experience and leading AI development at Elixir Games. And Khalil has 5+ years of experience and is collaborating with Hugging Face on Le Robot. They're definitely not hype first, they're build first, which could be a green flag, but still, full transparency would strengthen credibility even more. Tokenomics. Here's a simple breakdown. They really haven't figured them out all the way, but there's 1 billion tokens, 99.9% are already live, no big unlocks coming or scheduled or mentioned. Price is around 0.2 of a cent. Market cap is 10 million. You can buy these on PumpSwap, MEXC, or LBank. No other information on the tokenomics is available. It is a microcap project with high volatility, but also big upside potential if the platform gains traction. My take, CodecFlow is ambitious play at the edge of AI and blockchain. The idea of AI operators with full OS access secured by crypto is one of the most ambitious projects I've seen. Use cases are unlimited. What do you want to automate? Any PC task or any electronic with a Wi-Fi connection potentially, like Skynet. It's early, experimental, and yes, risky, but it's not vaporware. They are posting code, collaborating with big players, growing. They do have a real community. It is a very small team, and they have been late on almost all the goals that they've mentioned. They are not marketers, and hopefully they can fight off the burnout. Full disclosure, I really believe this is the kind of abstraction crypto needs more of. With some successes, it really can change the world. Full disclosure, I hold a small bag of Kodic tokens myself because I do believe in the vision, but this is not financial advice. Always do your own research and only invest what you can afford to lose. Speculative scenario, if CodecFlow nails the public demo and finds early users, a 5 to 10x move isn't crazy at all. Long term, who knows? It could fade or it could fly. That's the nature of early stage crypto. Thanks a lot. See you next time.